Here's a fun post I found, and it's so simple. What Pokemon do you feel deserves a Mega Evolution? I think this is worth talking about because we really don't have much going on with Pokemon right now, and just the way it popped up feels like people haven't had this discussion in a while, for good reason, because there's no Megas in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and there's really nothing to suggest that they're coming back. There's still a lot of people that want a lot of Pokemon to have Mega Evolutions, so yeah, I think it's going to be a good discussion. Also, the phrasing of this kind of flips the whole 10 Mega Evolutions I want on its head. That instead of just going through a list like Flygon, Milotic, Typhlosion, it just kind of like opens it up. We're going to see a lot of like the same old responses, but then we can get some pretty cool and fresh ones. Also, join in on the fun, leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, comment down below. Comment down below what your friends say, all kinds of good stuff like that, and let's see what people are talking about. Because yeah, once again, it just kind of like opens it up when you just ask the question like this. I haven't really seen too many people do that for this kind of video. So, Haxorus could possibly get a boost in defense from Mega Evolution and become Dragon Steel. Some people have already thought about that more than I have for this video, because I was just going to go through it, give my thoughts, because like I was going to check out the quote tweets, since that's like a thing now, and it's going to be a good way of seeing a lot of these. So just top one, Magmortar. I'm not a fan of the Magmar evolutionary line. I never like really used Magmar or Electivire too much, even like going back to Generation 4 when they were much more viable. So it's like, I guess we got a Magmortar fan out there. It could get a Mega Evolution, that's pretty cool. That's all like, would have been sick. Cryogonal? I actually agree with that one. Like just thinking and looking at Cryogonal, I think that's actually would have been more successful than Glalie. Yeah, Mega Glalie exists because we had Generation 3 for Hoenn remakes and stuff, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But I mean, Cryogonal would be a really sick Mega Evolution. I think I'd like it a lot more than Glalie. So we got that going on, and then yeah, the Haxorus idea, boost in defense, Dragon Steel. I guess we can throw game balance out the window because that's kind of what Mega Evolutions did anyways, and ended up being why people didn't like it in the end. Because I've talked about this, the removal of Mega Evolutions, I'm down with it. I like Dynamax a lot more from like a gameplay standpoint for Pokemon. Makes a lot more Pokemon viable and opens up crazy strategies. Mega Evolution is, you effectively posture the entire game around your Mega, and then you win off of your Mega. And then Generation 7 made it a lot worse. Now, if it comes back, I'd be down with that. Like, if we had an official battle simulator with, like, Battle Revolution 2 on the Switch, and it was, like, a specialized format, yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't think everything plays nice anymore. And if we find some kind of return to Mega Evolutions, you know, the Let's Go series, maybe just dials it back and just keeps some base Megas right there in that game. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. If we get new ones, that's pretty hype, too. But I'm trying to think, like, Dragon Dance with extra defense. Yeah, just, like, bulkier Haxorus with a little bit of extra stat line to make the Dragon Dance work, probably could be pretty strong. And then this is creative right here. As a Gen 3 fanatic, I would love the idea of giving these to a Mega. I was convinced they would get an Oras. These Pokemon are truly forgotten. Zangoose and Seviper, like they have a lot of dynamic together and just start like really pushing how prominent you can have rivalries inside of Pokemon, and then nothing. And then no like hyper mega evolution stacked rivalry in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That's actually pretty disappointing because yeah, these Pokemon are also like kind of underwhelming. You see Zangoose very, very rarely in competitive because it kind of has the tools. But then Seviper just like never gets any play unless in very rare coil situations. So I mean, they like made it viable. Like Beedrill and the Mega Beedrill became viable just through the most extreme pushing of stats. That would've been cool. Also, Zangoose's design is pretty good. I really like its design. Like when I was growing up, it's kind of like, yeah, this Pokemon looks BA, and then just like dropped off and never existed again. So they could have made it cooler. Nice. So we got this right here. Any of these three, honestly, they're adorable and fun to use in the games, but giving them more tools in battle would be fantastic. Nice. Just buff Frostlass, please, Game Freak. 80 special attack is not usable. The 110 speed is nice, but that kind of like got power crept into not meaning anything. So yeah, Mega Frostlass. Just having like a Mega special attacking Ice Sweeper with crazy coverage, that sounds really cool to me. Butterfree. Getting Gigantamax, I think, kind of counts. Like, if anything, Butterfree is probably one of the closest to a Mega Evolution in Gigantamax. Mega Butterfree. I'm trying to think, like, it would just be a better Quiver Dance user, potentially, because then it gets the extra stats, and then it has, like, extra speed and stuff, and extra tools, where it doesn't need the Focus Sash, because it's getting all the stats from Mega Evolution, and then just better at Quiver Dancing and sweeping. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Man, like, Frostlass needs something. Come on, Game Freak. Like, Frostlass is one of my favorite Pokemon. And just nothing. And this was my signature Pokemon in Generation 4, besides, like, Snorlax and stuff. Like, I always clutched it out on the Destiny Bond, Frostlass, with the Focus Sash. You know, you come in, Ice Beam, kill the Garchomp, trade that Focus Sash, use Destiny Bond, 2 for 1 on those noobs. And just a really cool Pokemon. You get that super effective coverage in there, and it worked back then. But once again, like, Power Creep made an amazing Pokemon just not work anymore. Leavanny, Gen 5 sucks. Never a fan of Leavanny. Next. Starter Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, Gen 1, Gen 3 has it. There's always a case to be made for, like, just give the starters Megas. But then there's, like, Mega Bloat by having all the starters, so that gets weird. No Hungry Ninja. I don't think Dragonite needs one either. Here we go. A lot more. Never mind. I was like, oh, all right. We got some posts right here. Maybe there's something to think about. Nah. When you see that, nah. Too much Gen 5. Get out of here. The boys. Mega Kabutops. Like, it kind of needs some viability, but I've also been, like, dunked on by rain teams before with the Kabutops. So that's a thing. Vikavolt. Nah. Trevenant. Maybe Wishiwashi. I think it's unnecessary. Like, Wishiwashi already kind of feels like a Mega when it has its form. It just doesn't get a lot of play because it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's like over 300 base stats. Pretty sure. Did I say 300? You know I meant 600. Yeah, it's like over 600 base stats. It's over a legendary. It's over a pseudo-legendary. It's just like the low hit points don't play as nice as you'd think, but it does like scale. You know, you go max hit points, max attack, or special attack, whatever you want to go. And then, yeah, it actually works out. That 30 speed kind of relegates it to Trick Room, but you don't see it in the Trick Room, which is weird. And then when it does hit that health threshold, it gets bad. Maybe too much split between attack and special attack. And also, the unfortunate thing about 140 is that it's just barely not enough in a kind of bad way. That even if you Life Orb a 140 and you hit something neutral, they're going to, like, barely survive. You know, it needs to be higher base powers, which the Pokemon doesn't get, unless you're going, like, special attack, Hydro Pump. In Rain sounds pretty cool, but then, yeah, you take too strong of a hit, you know, like, that you're in a weird 2 KO situation, or you just take, like, a really high base power move, and it drops you down weird. Also, Life Orb eventually takes you over, and then Citrus Berry is kind of a thing, but then you're losing out on that power. I'm trying to think of, like, wait, yeah, like, it just ends up not working. I'm wondering why, because, I mean, you get this thing behind Rain, and that's pretty cool. There's also a chance you just, like, take too much of a hit. That Trick Room, like, Trick Room, Dynamax it, set your own Rain in the same turn, and maybe there's something to be said here. Okay, back to that. So, yeah, like, Mega Wishiwashi, what do? You just give it all speed. All 100 points going to speed. Now it's a 130 speed, 140 attack, or 140 special attacker that has insane bulk. Just have fun. It already has kind of like enough stat line. Dragonite, Megastone would be Dragonite Knight. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Lilligant. We've seen Lilligant do some fun things in the past. I just don't see where its design would get like that much better off of a Mega. But I guess that's not true. Or that's true of like all of them. Like not every Mega evolution looks amazing. Cheated out of it because of Artist Block. Criminal. That just goes back to an interview around a Mega Ruby now Sapphire. Leavanny. No. Audino. I liked Mega Audino. Mega Audino is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the ability only makes it viable in doubles. But if they didn't do that, then you have like Mega Clefable in singles. That's disgusting. Flygon. Dunsparce needs something. Oh, my boy Kai over here. Yes. Mega Dunsparce. Regional variant Dunsparce, Dunsparce evolution. There's like a million things to do with Dunsparce, and Game Freak just says no. And that makes me so upset. Just tweaking its base. Like, where's the normal dragon evolution for Dunsparce? I feel like Drampa almost feels like some Gen 5 shenanigans going on. Where it's like, you look at Buffalont, you look at Lomomola, and you're like, oh, Gen 5 is doing the Gen 4 thing, giving evolutions to existing. Nope. And then, like, Drampa, that was, like, what I said in the video. I'm like, dude, is Drampa going to carry this through and become Dunsparce's evolution? I'd be okay with that. Its design isn't the coolest thing, but I need a Dunsparce evolution in my life. People seconding that. Yep. We all know there's only one right answer, but we also know a good runner-up. So I mean, like everyone's like the Flygon. Let's take the conversation away from Flygon over here. It got its Dragon Dance in the end and still didn't get used, but Dunsparce, man. People know. People know those sleeper hits. Dragon type Dunsparce. See, this is the thing that everyone knows, but no one talks about. Another video idea. Gudra. Oh, tier. Oh, I can't, dude. I can't when idiots bring tiers into things like they actually mean anything, because it's unofficial nonsense. Top 6, and it's not even based on how strong the Pokemon is. Gudra's a good Pokemon. RU doesn't mean anything, and also doesn't mean it needs a Mega. Oh god, this guy, does this guy actually make 3? Ugh, get out of here. Top 6 choices for Unova and Kalos. How about just like any Pokemon that'd be cool with it? These boys. No. Compelling. That would just be too strong, though. Like, Dragalge can slap, and it's probably just missing, like, a little bit from becoming a really problematic Pokemon. Because that adaptability makes it strong. And I feel like we haven't seen enough Dynamax Dragalge in the game yet. It could be scary. Honestly, my boy Cacturne needs some love. Agree. Ninetale. Okay, so yeah, at least this guy listed by generations. All right, that makes it breakable. Ninetales, Lapras, Gigantamax design, except it being Mega. Well, then it's the same thing. And Gigantamax Lapras is actually better because you get to auto set Aurora Veil, even if like Mega Lapras got Aurora Veil or something. I think Gigantamax Lapras is just better in every way than what would happen with a Mega. Victory Bell. Okay. I guess. Like, there's been some Victory Bell shenanigans on the channel for Fan Fridays before, but I don't see, like, the problem with Mega Evolutions is that it also doesn't scale well. You know, if you give every Pokemon a Mega Evolution, 95% of, well, I'm not talking about literally every, but if you just keep slapping Mega Evolutions in with every generation, still only get one per battle, and you're not, unless you're doing, like, absurd amounts of power creep, you're not making any of these forgotten Pokemon any more usable, unless you're just ruining the game by doing so. So that's also the problem with Megas. It doesn't scale. So it's like Victory Bell. What does it do as a Mega? Maybe it look a little different. I also can't even see where the design would go too much. Like, Victory Bell's already it represents something real world, and then Pokemonifies it and can be usable. So we got that. Ninetales, though, that's when you just make, like, the ultimate fan service design. I guess you give it the speed that it needs, but yeah, you set in Drought by yourself, and then you Mega Evolution to Solar Power, and then you get some extra speed. That sounds fun enough. Sudowoodo, Ursaring, Skarmory, and Mantine. Once again, it's like, what does Sudowoodo do with the Mega that makes it viable? Like, there's some Pokemon where you, like, think about the Mega, you're like, yo, that'd be sick. With Sudowoodo, it's kind of a gimmicky Pokemon where, you know, you, like, head smash into Sturdy for a Sucker Punch. I think that's what it does. Ursaring, god, that's a forgotten Pokemon. Skarmory, nah, Skarmory's already disgusting as it is. And then Mantine. Mantine's already disgusting as it is. Like, we have, like, one of the best defensive tanks, one of the best special tanks. I don't think, like, you can really push that too much. Flygon, Milotic Cacturne, Hippowdon, nah. Luxray, though. Luxray, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when there's a Pokemon that's on the fringe, like, Luxray is good. But Mega Luxray would be pretty awesome. Like, what would it be? Sheer Force with extra attack, extra speed, GG. Just turn it into a sweeper that it should be. And I think it wins. There's probably a lot of Luxray fans out there, literal Luxray fans, that have the idea for the Mega Luxray down. I'm going to see in the comments section. Volcarona, it would just be a better Mega Butterfree. Zebstrika, again, I think Zebstrika could take off if you just got those extra stat tunings and ability usage. Meanshao, kind of underwhelming. Vikavolt, don't, I think the problem is, when you have, like, too slow of a Pokemon, the Mega Evolution isn't going to do anything to help it. And then you just get 2-shot, and maybe you get 1-shot. Like, you get hit, you KO, a new Pokemon comes in, and then they get a hit, and then the game's over. Like, you can't trade your Mega like it's just a standard bulky Pokemon, and then get a little bit extra out of it. And also another problem that these Pokemon have, which is why I just, like, pass over them, but there's also a really good, like, discussion involved with Mega Evolution that way, is when Life Orb is better on that Pokemon than the Mega Stone, the Pokemon's useless. That's why we never saw Mega Garchomp. You're not going to give up your Mega to throw out a Garchomp when Scarf is better on it. Or you're not going to throw out a Mega for X Or yeah, you're not gonna waste your Mega for X Pokemon when Life Orb is effectively the same damage. So we got that. I rest my case. And already Dynamax and like takes over the world. Sinnoh starters, any Gen 6 Pokemon, Flygon. Is this dude spelling out Diamond Pearl remix? That would be pretty cool. A lot of Pokemon deserve Mega. Luxray, Mega Manetric's rival for being a fast physical attacker. Didn't think about it like that. That was kind of like the thing that I guess was in my brain. Because like Manetric went from nothing to used quite a bit. And I think that could be the same for a lot of the Pokemon that I'm like, yeah, that'd actually be a good idea for the Mega if you put it right. You know, you go Frostlass from nothing to, oh, now this is a top choice. Darkrai. Someone can make its signature deadlier by not only putting foes to sleep, but also adding damage over time. But bad dreams. Or decrease in physical and special attack. I don't know what this guy's going on, but I think Mega Darkrai would be interesting in a way of like fixing Darkrai. You give it like, I don't even know. It's like sleep-inducing moves can't miss as an ability. You're already dealing with a busted Mythical that's destroyed the entire integrity of the entire game. So just do it again with Darkrai and then give it better stats because it's Mega, and then Mega Arceus as well. But it's like, I like the idea of also like giving Megas to more Legendaries and Mythicals because just screw game balance at that point. Have fun. Zoroark. For this one, I'd say it could gain a secondary type, either Fairy or Fighting. I'm trying to think about like Dark Fairy and Dark Fighting for what it... Fighting wouldn't work because it's a special attacker. Fairy with Moonblast would be weird, but then that means like it would need to be incorporated into its base moveset because you don't get any moveset additions with the Megas, and that creates problems. And that could look like Kitsune. I like that. I like that. And then I'm starting to think like the Spirit Blossom Kindred skin kind of idea, but Zoroark, but wolf, not lamb. And then something. Yeah. Like that's where a design that's like already a really cool design could get better. And maybe push the Pokemon far enough for Mega. Like, give it enough stats to where it doesn't get one-shot by another Mega, and then put the rest into sweep stats and GG. Flygon Gen 2 starters, exactly. This is why we're doing this discussion. That's a top 10 video. Nothing fun. Luxray has been untiered, whatever. Alright. Looks like we've gone through here. Let's go and check out those quote tweets and see how we can bring this together. But I'm having a lot of fun with this video. I was just like, as I was talking, I just had like a moment where I'm like, this is the discussion. This is the Mega Evolution video that we never really properly had for that discussion point. We're just like, open the floor, get enough likes and retweets, and open enough attention to where it's like we just get to see everyone's thoughts about it instead of it boiling down to the YouTube comments no one makes a video about. Or just doing like a pandery top 10 video. It's like now we can actually figure out what's going on here, the successes and failures of Mega Evolution, and also what makes it entertaining, and then just kind of open it up. Mr. Mime, no. As I'm saying all that, it's like, but that's stupid. Dunsparce, already went over that. Flygon, no. Bidoof, that's trolling for likes. You didn't get any. That's what you get for a stupid comment. Dusknoir could be insane. Like I said, there's that issue with the slow Pokemon, and I feel like a Trick Room setting Gigantamax Dusknoir would be better. But then like you're not getting that super crazy buff attack or something. But like there's things in the game that are so successful or have the potential to be so successful, but just didn't end up working out. Like I love the idea that you can use a move and set gravity. I hate it's on Gigantamax Orbeetle. Because Orbeetle more wants to be tanky and stuff, and you can't be like recovering or setting up when you're Gigantamax because of the way that it plays with status moves, but that's for game balance. Same reason why Z moves didn't push enough on status moves, but that's for game balance. But then game balance doesn't matter because there's some crazy Dynamax interaction, there's also some crazy Mega Pokemon. So Megas would need to have like like a mixture of Megas with Dynamax would be interesting. Like if their typing got different moves, or if like a certain typing got swapped. Like yeah, if we had a Fairy typing on the Mega Evolution for Zoroark, and it like changed, I don't know, maybe the last move to a temporary Fairy type move, that would be kind of cool. Or like buff the power of the moves while being Mega'd just a little bit, not to like max move levels, but it's just like, oh, you also get an extra 10 base power and everything you use. That could like open up some other Pokemon. So it's like, yeah, Dusknoir, but then it's like, you have to Mega, you have to Trick Room it, you get beaten up too much, but it would be super nasty because Dusknoir's coverage is good and its stats are pretty filthy. So adding 100 to that would be ridiculous. I don't think that's a Pokemon, sir. Okay, maybe quote tweets don't add anything to discussion. They're worthless. I just saw that there was like 100 of them. Oh god, we have to scroll up so much. I just saw that there was like 100 of them, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where like it opens up beyond the comments, and we actually might see a lot more. So I'm kind of disappointed it's only 500 likes, and then whatever amount of retweets. I'm like, oh, this discussion could have picked up a bit more, and then we would have had like a much wider variety. That's the thing. Slazzle, maybe. Tuxtricity. No one's talking about Gen 7 Megas. And no one really cares. Delphox or Sandslash? Bughorse? Is something just not registering for me? Staraptor, though, yes. It's kind of like bringing up, you know, forgotten Pokemon in that way. And it's like, Staraptor was already a fire Pokemon. That thing's done some nuttiness in the past. But Mega... just make it even crazier. You know, what isn't it just like Brave Bird Reckless on Scarf and you get 3 KOs or something kind of crazy like that? So make that better. Raichu. I think after Alolan Raichu we're fine. Do I even have to say, you know, I guess if you're Guzma and you're full on role playing, like we got at Alolan Dad, we got Guzma, y'all stupid. Golisopod Mega would be interesting. Takes away the whole emergency exit lore. And I guess you just Mega First Impression with like a life. Well, you can't Life Orb. So yeah, your Mega First Impression just does the same amount of damage. And that's the problem with Mega Evolution. Definitely Flagon, Dragonite, but you know. Don't know. Talking about the Dex cut. You need to get over the problems of Megas not existing in the game first, and Dragonite's going to be in the Crown Tundra. I'm so saddened by the people that choose to be uninformed in Pokemon, but we see a lot of that. Rest of the starters, again, then we just get horrific bloat. Gen 5 Mons, you don't count. And Prankster. Like, Prankster Megas get weird. Especially now, where you're like, you Prankster and then the Mega activates. Bayonet didn't take off enough with that because Cotton Guard was like some kind of random event exclusive that didn't really have like any applicable obtaining, and now it wouldn't even work because you can't use it on the rank because of transfer. Actually, you couldn't use it on rank and transfer. That was another thing about it. So you want the Whimsicott, but design of Whimsicott just be a huge cotton puff would be like super cool, like Altaria, and then just give Whimsicott more stats on prank, like Subseed, Mega Whimsicott. How do you lose the game? You can't. Maybe Poison, but you know. Yeah, that's the thing. So, Sobble's final evolution. Do you not know the names of Pokemon? That's weird. It's never coming back, so why even dream? So, I mean, I don't know if this guy is a realist or if he's just salty. Like, why saying why even dream? That seems more salty. The realist is never coming back. The butthurt is dream. Like, it's butt is why bother? Ambipom. Fake out Last Resort Mega Ambipom sounds super cool, but Ambipom's already fast and already does damage, and you're just, again, you get more out of the Life Orb, probably. Because you start scaling stats pretty hard. Mega Meowstic. Just, again, it's like bulkier Prankster. You know, it's kind of like what they did with Mega Sableye. What makes Mega Sableye incredible is Magic Bounce. But it also got the tank stats it needed, and before the nerf, you could Prankster on the same turn you Mega Evolve, and that's the stupidest thing that ever happened in Pokemon. And I loved it. That's what I mean, the whole game was me posturing until Mega Sableye one-shots and sweeps. Ladian, Magcargo, ooh, got some Gen 2 Forgotten Pokemon representation. I don't think Ladian's base stats were enough to get 100 stat points out of that. Magcargo is slightly usable in its own strange way currently. That's cool. Sunflora, also usable in its own strange way, but doesn't have the base stats to make Mega matter. Elemental Monkeys, no. Corsola. I think Galarian Corsola saves that Pokemon, and Corsola is super dank. Avalugg. Avalugg just has slow problems. unless like all 100 points go into special defense. Then it's kind of filthy. So yeah, like it needs to be a bulky setup Pokemon to get the Mega. If it's just like a bulky attacker, it will not work. So Vikavolt, Dusknoir, going to have its struggles. Relicanth sounds cool. Crobat sounds really cool. Hypno. Fans Flygon. This guy gets it. This guy knows what's up. Mega Golurk would be cool. Design-wise, probably. Application-wise, doubtful. Mega Arcanine. That would actually be nasty when it's like Mega Arcanine just running as a support and double Intimidate refresh or something could probably pull some shenanigans. And also, Megas don't go away, unlike Gigantamax. So it's like now you just always have a Mega Arcanine that can show up and just be a filthier Arcanine at any stage in the game. Butterfree, Dunsparce, Arcanine, Weavile. Mega suck, but Weavile. This guy gets it. Wait. This person gets it. Dragonite, Flygonk. This guy just going through his really cool dragon types and Dragapult because why not? There we go. Like I said, we've only had 2 Generation 8 representations. And let's end it at the video. Mega Dragapult would probably finally make the Pokemon not trash.